Broadway and Lawrence, the Windy City.
He sampled the sights and sounds of Chicago. Been hugged by the Canadian Prime Minister. On a North American tour with one clear message.
London is open.
London is open.
I'm Sadiq, I'm the Mayor of London.
Next stop, New York. Manhattan, and guess who's coming to dinner? A barbecue hosted by a leading journalist.
Essentially, people are very fascinated by him. They're fascinated by what London is going to do next, what's going to happen to London post-Brexit.
We wanted to do some British fare, so we had scallops that we've done a ceviche style.
Non-alcoholic drinks too for the mayor. People will be looking for guidance about issues like passporting rights. That's a technical word for the British-based banks being able to have access to the European Union single market or not.
The mayor's office wouldn't allow us to film at the barbecue, but by all accounts he went down well.
It was a tremendous success. Sadiq Khan was greeted by a large number of New Yorkers from different fields of business and arts and cultural and civic life. He impressed them greatly.
And then, this, just hours after he's arrived. New York under attack.
Firstly, my thoughts and prayers are with all those who are injured and their families. I hope they all make a swift recovery.
Now they're even more keen to have him on their show.
Are we under a state of constant siege?
Well, we shouldn't allow ourselves to be under siege. We shouldn't allow anybody to change the way we lead our lives.
We've spoken to the Mayor's office, Bill de Blasio's office. We've spoken to the police service here. Their advice is to carry on business as usual, to carry on with our itinerary.
Hi, how are you? Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here.
All right.
Nice.
An itinerary starting with some spiritual nourishment in the borough of Queens.
The mayor of London wanted to worship with us.
Where the welcome's warm.
For those of you all who have relatives still living in London, he's not taking any packages back
home. And musical. A display of the interfaith harmony he's eager to promote.
I personally feel that it is more of a terrifying time to be Muslim today than it has ever been in the last 15 years.
Debbie Almontazar runs a Muslim community organisation from her home in Brooklyn. 2 imams were shot dead in August.
I and other women across New York and possibly across the United States have just been feeling more, a heightened level of fear about being out in public.
She says Sadiq Khan's visit is important.
He's truly, what we call the American, dream of being able to, be raised in a country and eventually run for an elected position.
She's going to see him later at a Muslim event. But before that, the tension's building. He's due to pitch the first ball at a New York Mets game. Why 44? Well, it's the number of the London bus his dad drove.
Unless he has, a history of throwing baseballs, I would imagine this would be a very hard throw.
You just got to focus, aim it in there, and remember you're not playing cricket today.
Well, let's see. Here goes.
I was pitching for London, man. It was hard, but I did it. The game's about to start, so we better move.
How did you feel, man?
That was great, honestly. It's a dream come true for me. I really am living the dream, and really, literally and metaphorically, look around you, man. I'm pitching for London, I'm pitching for the Mets.
He can only stay to watch a bit of it, because next, Mayor de Blasio, despite the bomb, is sticking to the schedule, joining Khan at this Muslim convention.
There are some people who try and divide our communities and divide us from each other. But just look around this room. Just look around this room. We are the West. We are the West.
How are you?
I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to personally meet him and shake his hands, but his sense of humor, his persona and personality is just infectious, and I already like him and he doesn't even know me.
The schedule's jam-packed as he takes the subway to another Interfaith event at the chapel dedicated to 9/11 victims. More reflection at Ground Zero before a final chat and dinner with Mayor de Blasio. Day 2 and his final push on Brexit. Can the mayor convince Wall Street London is open? Can he convince this man?
Thank you very much.
London has been open to trade, people and ideas for more than 1,000 years, and that's not going to change. London is open.
But will all this persuasion and promotion work?
All that Sadiq Khan can do to talk about Brexit right now is to try and show that he wants to try and keep London open for business. He's making the right noises. Unfortunately, he doesn't control immigration or regulation, and that's going to be the problem.
Desperate to go down well in a city which is London's main rival.
You live in a great city in New York, I live in a great city in London. But New York's second best city in the world after London.
A figure of unity?
He's a model of what we can all achieve when integration works.
He left his message ringing in their ears.